Hello to all of my Libras. All right, Libras, happy Valentine's Day. This reading is for the 14th through the 21st of February. We are still in the full moon phase, so things are being fully illuminated, right? We have a full snow moon in Leo. Leo is ruled by the sun, and so the sun is illuminating a lot of things around energies who are it's illuminating everything, any kind of secrets, Also, Mars is retrograde. Mars is still retrograde. It's a Tower card. So you want to use your energy not to be involved in a bunch of gossip, people jumping to conclusions about things, acting like they're saving people, like they're their God. It's the God card, right? But being around energies who are keeping you enlightened in structure, helping you to add structure and authority to things, keeping you enlightened. Let's get into it. And we're not talking about enlightened with gossip either, right? So if you want to attract love, for those of you all who want to attract love, you want to make sure you detach from karmic relationships first so you can think clearly. You can really balance yourself out and think clearly. All right, again, happy Valentine's Day. I love what I see when I look in the mirror. There you go. I love what I see when I look in the mirror. There you go. That's going to start off the balance there. You love what you see when you look in the mirror. So, all right, let's see what the number is and let's see why that card came out, because there must be some people talking about. I'm thinking the first card that came to mind was 8 of Swords. Because that's usually a person looking back at their past, like looking back at like what they didn't see, what they didn't like when they looked in the mirror. Maybe feeling restricted in some areas, right? Maybe feeling restricted in some areas, right? So, all right, 191, new opportunity. So make a positive change. Your angels are pushing you towards a change you need to make. So when you are excited about new opportunities and people coming your way, good things will arrive. You are being encouraged to focus on the positives in a new situation and to look forward to the challenges that will inevitably come with them. So listen to a song that empowers you right now, as if you let yourself feel inspired and excited for what is to come. I do feel like the energy that I'm picking up on for you all Libras is that you do love what you see when you look in the mirror, because I'm seeing this color violet here. You're moving from your crown chakra. And so this is more of like unification. So I feel like you love what you see when you look in the mirror, even if you got some nips and tucks, men and women. If you decided to go to the gym and start working out more, that would be a good idea for people to put their energy, since the Tower card is the energy connected to Mars, the energy planet. When you have a total recall of some things that could be confusing for you, go to the gym and go work out, right? Or if you can, go work out. Meditate, stretch, whatever you need to do. But I feel like a lot of people they love what they see when they look in the mirror, whether you've gotten work done, haven't had work done, whatever the situation is. But let's get to the bottom of something. What lies beneath? Because there must be some energies that's talking. So Spirit, what information do you want me to give for my Libras before we get into this, before we get into your tarot reading? So yeah, you're looking for unification. You're not on that low frequency, that low vibe of you not loving what you see when you look in the mirror. So yeah, let's see. So you're really here at the top of this is crown chakra. So you're here at the top. So you're getting some messages. Sources downloading some messages to you. Getting a room, hotel, motel, suite, business, pleasure. Yeah, you're talking to some people who have low. You're talking about there's some energies who have low self-esteem. What's happening here is that you're getting downloads from people who have low self-esteem, who feel like there's nothing wrong with getting a room, but this energy that's coming to me now, energies who feel like they need to hear that from somebody, tell them that they're prettier, or that they're more handsome, or that they have a better body shape, like people who have low self-esteem. So yeah, check yourself. Yeah. I feel like you do love yourself. Like I said, I love what I see when I look in the mirror. So yeah, keeping you a secret. So that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with some energies where people are really kind of sort of keeping them a secret, in a sense. Energies who, when they look in the mirror, all they see is something. They don't like what they see. So source is saying, make sure you are not letting somebody do some kind of a destiny swap by telling you, and that would be destiny swap, some energy swap, by basically saying you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror, so you start nitpicking at every little thing you look in the mirror, right? So it's saying, no, don't even buy into that. Shattered, broken, effed up. Yeah, that's what you're dealing with. Some energies who are trying to project that onto you to try to make you feel like you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror, but actually you do. You do. You're actually operating from crown chakra 191. So it's two energies. That 9 right there. 9 is the hermit. The hermit card. So somebody could be in hermit mode, dealing with two dark magicians who may have been in your ear. Basically, who may have at some point told you, you're the prettiest, or you're the most handsome, or you're the most this and that, but you don't really like what you see when you look in the mirror. Don't even buy into that, because you do like what you see when you look in the mirror. So you could have been on the side of two dark magicians. So, yeah. See, what they want, they like people who do this. They like people to investigate, like put the dark hat on, the glasses, to go see what they're doing. They like all of that drama. So sources say you're not about that drama. You're not looking for finding out, because they're the ones who feel shattered, broken up, messed up, bugaboos. Yeah, so they're the ones that's now flipping it, trying to investigate, see who you're seeing, because you love what you see, burning evidence, because you're not looking for them. You're not checking for them. You're not trying to find out what's going on with them. Right? They're the ones that's depressed. You're not. You got new opportunities coming in. Right? Yep, you kept the promise to yourself. Somebody said they would not date again. They would not get into another relationship again until you are, like I said before, treated the way you deserve to be treated. Someone who has done the energy work. So yeah, you love what you see when you look in the mirror. So yeah, they still mad that you kicked them to the curb. That's energy right here. You keeping a promise to yourself. There's no way in the world you would go back to a bugaboo. Yep. Who is insecure. That's what they like. Somebody, if you were in that insecure stage, everybody has been. They got a little something here they don't like. They don't like this. They don't like that. That's what these energies, these two dark magicians like. They like insecure energies. In and out of these right here. That was the message. So you love what you see when you look in the mirror. Like I said, you are keeping a promise to yourself that there is real love out there for you. And that's what it is. You're just on a higher frequency. You are not checking for these energies. So that's what's coming your way. So you got new opportunities to meet energies coming your way. All right. Both in your personal and your professional life. That's what's going to help balance things out. Right? People who are at a high frequency. Yeah, people who are at a high frequency. So yes, you absolutely love what you see when you look in the mirror. But yeah, if somebody has to tell you that you're handsome or you're beautiful or you're this and that when you look in the mirror, you should be telling yourself that you should be telling yourself that when you look in the mirror. So let's go. Yep. So death card. So you're on the rebirth side. These energies are the ones that's insecure. You're on the rebirth side. So when the moon moves through Scorpio, this is Scorpio. When the moon moves through Scorpio, this is where you do a deep spiritual detox of tossing something into a burning bowl. You just said, you know what? Those were energies that you had in the past that were dark magician energies. That's how they treat everybody who may have shared any kind of insecurity about themselves. And just move on, because you're never going back. 9 of Wands. That's a 9 of Wands there. So let's see what else we got. Yeah. Yeah, those energies are ruthless. They were karmics. Two karmics. One has succumbed to passive and powerless behavior. The other one is egotistical, materialistic, and forceful. Like I said, but they got you focused. They got you laser focused, right? But you're not talking to them it's nothing to talk to them about. Nothing to talk to. They like to argue. They like to basically that's a part of their spell work. They like to argue. You don't like what you see when you look in the mirror because you got a nip and tuck. You got your, you got your knuckles done. you got what was the thing I saw people getting like the dimples in their face or whatever. They would take a person like that, say, oh, you don't like what you see, you had to go get dimples in your face. And some people are born with that. or you had to or somebody like evens out their skin. Oh, you lightened up your skin. You don't want to be a particular color. Those energies, they project that their insecurities onto other people. So yeah, you love what you see when you look in the mirror. That's why you're leaving them behind. You're psychic. Psychic gifts, right? Your psychic gifts are, yeah. You're free. You're free of their shade. You're free from their shade of always competing, comparison. But there's a fire sign that started it. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius started some kind of spot, some kind of mess with all of that, because they were the one that was sacrificed. We're being sacrificed now. They're being sacrificed now because you've moved on. You've moved on from something, and they're now being sacrificed, right? You can put a manhole cover over the past. It took care of itself. It was a backdraft. A backdraft happened the moment you decided you're not going back around certain energies that like to create division, chaos, and confusion. It immediately sent a backdraft, right? Because those are two karmics. They like to talk about. That's what they like to talk about. They like teenagers, literally. Yeah. So something exposed it. Somebody's son exposed it. Somebody's son or daughter or somebody who was like the light of your life exposed it, right? Your soulmate exposed it. So they may have exposed it through psychic gifts, or however they exposed it. They were in a very toxic environment. Something about their energy and just the way these energies talk, right? You know, they may have been drinking when they said something to you. They may have sounded like they were just, you know, people, they may have seemed like they were just being rushed or bullied to say something to you in such a way. But it exposed who the energies they were around. They exposed the energies that they were around. Yeah. And so they're just now waking up from a nightmare, but you are also getting some downloads through nightmares as well. So, yeah, you can get back to work. You're having a backdraft. These energies right here are having a backdraft, right? Your abundance and prosperity is starting to grow, while they have limited their abundance and prosperity by what they did. So you have an innate spiritual understanding of what's going on. You have an innate spiritual understanding of what's going on. Somebody was bullied, but they're moving on. Finally moving on. They're learning how to adapt without being around those types of energies. And these are family members, by the way. You know, so something about them, they really want to be around family so bad. They wanted to have these warm connections, warm fireside chats around family. But what they got was this scathing report about you. Some kind of scathing report about you. And they were stubborn. You try to tell people, but they didn't want to listen. So they had to find out on their own. But it had actually had a backdraft, right? And so these energies, like I said before, they something is closed out, but it's showing you just how many cracks are in their foundation, about how they talk about people behind their backs. So, yeah. So now you know what lies beneath. When you move on quietly, you just move on to calmer waters. You know what you're dealing with. Yep. They're actually living a nightmare themselves, right? They're living a nightmare themselves because they cannot be themselves. They cannot be themselves. Something about them, they cannot be themselves. Because they were stubborn. They stayed in, these energies stayed in relationships, being bullied, being in survival mode. And this is where prayer comes in. You're not judging anybody. You're not judging anybody. Because these energies are obsessed with lying about their relationship. They obsessed with lying about, everything, literally. Who the father or mother or their kids are, how many families they got around. Well, they're just obsessed with all of that. So Source is just saying, you want to be a part of it. The devil is in the details. Devil is in the details, right? Any other information source you want me to share with my Libras here? Yeah. These energies love to lie, say they had these, whatever. Who knows what they lie? Who cares, for real? But you're cutting them off. Cutting them off. So you're moving on. So, because it's just showing a lot of cracks in the foundation with two energies in particular. They just, like I said, they like to create a bunch of nightmares. You're moving on. Yeah, new opportunities. Yeah, you love what you see when you look in the mirror. So something just feels like home for certain energies. Like Some people are just motivated by creating chaos and confusion. You are not. You're just too balanced out, too fair-minded. Just, that doesn't motivate you. You like being enlightened. You like being enlightened about things. And so your gifts are actually, you're psychic. So you're becoming enlightened about your gifts. This is not about, oh, all love and light and, this and that, but something you're learning to become enlightened about. Okay, source is taking you to a deeper level, a deeper understanding about your psychic gifts and what your ancestors had to sacrifice in order for you to be where you are today. They had to journey through darkness in order to become enlightened, not just in the physical sense, but also in the spiritual sense, enlightenment. And so they're taking you back through really what they had to go through and how they even had to hide their gifts. They couldn't even say what they had a dream about around these types of energies. They like to create some kind of a divide. It's just exhausting after a while. So yeah, you're learning, you're finding. Let me see if there's any last minute messages for my Libras here. You have new and exuberant love coming in your life, but again, part of it is the reason why you had to go through the darkness and step into the light, because if you were all this love and light and just some people being negative, some people being positive, source is now taking you through the spiritual part of it, because if you are not listening to that knot in your stomach, this what this fire is right here, where you around certain energies, you feel like your food isn't digesting properly, that is a warning something is happening. Or you break out in a rash, your physical body is trying to tell you, okay, something isn't right about this. Something isn't right. You're in certain spaces and you just itching or something. Source is saying, okay, you're getting messages, you're getting downloads, pay attention. Your ancestors have already gone through all of that and they're trying to walk you through it so that you're not afraid of your gifts. And you're just sitting there like, okay, well, sitting here just itching. Maybe it was the material that I wore. It could be. It could be the frequency of that, but it could also be the environment that you're in. It is a hostile environment. There's a lot of things that your ancestors are trying to teach you. They're trying to teach you a lot, right? So stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to yourself. Yeah. Yeah, just because a person is smiling at you doesn't mean that their heart is in the right place, right? So source is saying your ancestors are trying to take you through, they're trying to take you through what they had to learn the hard way. They had to learn it the hard way. They had to learn something the hard way because it's everything that glitters is not gold. They're trying to tell you, it's like, okay, all this smiling and happiness and stuff like that has gotten a lot of people put in survival mode. So the key, so all you do with ease and enthusiasm is the path to your goal. So actions are secondary. Make the energy within your primary focus. Do not underestimate the little joys, right? You hold the key. You hold the key. So new opportunities are coming across your path. And like I said before, somebody has new and exuberant love. But now you're going to start listening to your intuition before you excitedly go tell everybody. Because some of those energies have shown you in the past, they see you as opposition. These are family members. They've seen you as opposition. Your kids don't even feel safe around them. And somebody had to learn the hard way. You thinking people were being negative. Oh, that's just so negative. We're family. So it's just like, we came out of the same womb. Yes, but they saw you as opposition from the beginning. And your own kids, for some of you all, had to come back and tell you, auntie or uncle so-and-so said this, and you shocked. Or they did this, and you are just flabbergasted. So that's what your ancestors have been trying to help you uncover. Receiving it all. So you deserve to receive abundance at full capacity. Believe in your worth and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. Open up, right? Authenticity attracts. So being authentic attracts the right people and repels the wrong ones. Yep. So when you stay true, you naturally filter out those who don't align with your path. So you've been true to yourself, and that's what Source is trying to tell you. You've been true to yourself. About your relationships, about moving on from being bullied, about being fair-minded, about people feeling safe around you, Libra, about you being fair-minded with other people's kids, not putting somebody over somebody else, creating a bunch of chaos and confusion. And somebody has seen that in you. Like they decided, okay, they still holding on to something. They're obsessed with competing with you. And your kids had to tell you. Your kids had to tell you what everybody else around you been telling you the whole time. These family members they see you as competition. Miracles in the dark. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. That's right, out of the mouth of babes. Because your kids, they don't have what reason do they have to create something? They just being kids. They like coming home like, so-and-so said such and such about you, mom or dad. And you looking at them like, what? They said, what? But I love these people. These are my family. That's what they said about you. You're going to whip out this sword and cut them off until you get in your peace. Surprise. Be ready for change. An unexpected turn can bring positive change. There it is. Surprise. That's right. So love affairs. So beware love affairs at work rarely end well. Don't lose your mind. Yeah, so helping hand. Need others to assist with the services, increase productivity. No one can handle it at all. Yep, and then bright ideas. So have an innovative new inspiration, test new ideas, and break out fast. Take action on your ideas, right? So yeah, so like I said, somebody's kids are bringing them the scoop, the tea. They were just being kids. That's all. They were just being kids. So if you don't have kids, then it doesn't resonate with you, but somebody still has new and exuberant love coming across their path. If you're already with you, if somebody is moving into their new house, your new and exuberant love can also be a hobby. It doesn't have you already with your person. It could also be a hobby. It could be, something that you can also, somebody can also be a real estate agent. So your business could be great to pick up as well. But I do see somebody moving. It's either you or somebody that you love, a young person that's finally moving on because they are just done with hearing negativity and competition as far as you're concerned. They're just tired of it. It's just exhausting. So let me see if there's any last messages before we close this out. But yeah, sometimes your kids will bring back information. It's just a total turn off, and they couldn't figure out for the life of them why you didn't go around certain energies. Now they know clearly. They got the full everything as to why you quietly moved on, just disappointed. Just like these are grown, full-bodied adults still competing like they teenagers. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, somebody is just disappointed. Somebody is just disappointed in the immaturity that somebody may have witnessed. It's something that you already knew, so you're not. Yeah, so something you already knew, so. But what's happening with these energies, once they were around them, their creativity started becoming blocked. In other words, they may have felt like, how kids, they want to be around aunts, uncles, they want to be around family, right? They see it seem like it's a bunch of fun going on, like these people right here, they seem like everybody's having a good time, they laughing, joking, but just being around them and hearing the energy is very different from what they heard from you. Where they felt safe, they felt like they can be kids. But they soon realized that creativity was just drained. They were around energy vampires. And so that's what your ancestors have been trying to tell you in every way they could possibly tell you, but they had to come through somebody's kids. They had to come through somebody's kids. Like, get them kids out of there. So, but yeah. Again, like I said, you have new love coming across your path. You will not be bringing this new love around this energies unless you are sitting right there. Now what y'all got to say? Unless you're sitting there. That's if you go around. Right? Yeah, because some things were said, a lot of things were said about you behind your back, just like things are said about them behind their back because they now moving on. So, but at this point, the good news, like I said before, is that you realize, like, now these energies, as soon as people start believing in themselves and start believing in their dreams, they go right in. They can't help themselves, poor things. They cannot help themselves. So, yeah. So, you're just grateful that somebody found out for themselves. Your wishes are being fulfilled. They saw something for themselves. They saw something from themselves. Yeah. So this, for some of you all, could be the other side of the family. If you have kids with somebody, it could be your in-laws family, that when your kids went around them and it was just all chaos and confusion, stuff being said about you. But yeah, somebody, here we have 5, 6, 7. Yeah, somebody is still wondering why. Like, it's still very confusing as to why these energies are like that. The best way you can describe it is that everybody has temptations, everybody has demons, and the idle time is the devil's workshop. Really, that's the only way you can explain this as it relates to your reading. And those energies, like I said before, because this energy still wants to know why. Why are they like that? Like, why? That's all. I mean, there's really no explanation when people's temptations have taken over. Just why. These energies, they don't want to do the shadow work. They don't want to do the shadow work. So they like keeping people out in the cold unless it's benefiting them in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They like that. That's just, So, but somebody is now getting back to work, and they're learning how to be more conservative with their time. This is energy you don't even need to give any energy. You don't need to address anything. You don't need to give zero air to this. None. It's already having a backdraft. These energies are in their own personal hell. You have new love coming across your path. You're going to feel like a teenager again. I feel like somebody is moving. These energies are still talking. Child, tell us that you don't know you don't like what you see when you look in the mirror. They depressed. All you can do is pray for these energies, for real. That's it. That's all I have for you. But that's what I have for you. But again, get ready for for those of you all who want to be in a romantic relationship, new and exuberant love. If it is not a person, it could be a place or thing. Like I said, somebody could either be in real estate, selling houses, or maybe you're buying a house or see somebody moving. It could be a raise at work. But source is saying, yeah, you're learning how you're working on keeping these types of energies out of your business. That's what you're doing. That's what you're talking about, doing the inner work right here. Keeping these cold-hearted spirits out of your business. That's what you're working on. That's what I see for you. And like I said, congratulations to somebody. Again, happy Valentine's Day. Self-love. Bye.